Welcome to the North Country Outdoor Channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope you're doing what makes you happy. Hopefully you're grinding, you're just getting it done, and you're making the best out of life. It's a nasty day here in northern Michigan. It's cold, it's raining, it's fall. It's pretty good working weather if it wasn't raining. I would have to guess, I don't know for sure because I'm not a meteorologist, that the rain that we're seeing up here has something to do with the hurricane. You know, prayers for all the people affected down in Texas and down south. This hurricane that's terrible, and I hopefully you and your family, you know, everybody that it's affected, the families, hopefully they can come out on the other side of this thing and be okay. It's always devastating when natural disaster strikes. We don't have to deal with natural disaster up here in Michigan as much. We just get a little bit of fallout from the hurricanes, maybe a little bit of wind and some rain, but we don't get that type of stuff. We don't get earthquakes here. We rarely get tornadoes. We just don't have much for natural disaster here in northern Michigan, and we're very blessed to have that. So I am sorry, and I feel for everybody that's going through that down there. God bless you, and you know, I hope you come out on the other side of the thing. So I haven't made a video in a few days, and the reason for that is I'm gonna play a clip right here. And this was the other morning, and it just kind of, it was depressing, and it's just kind of the way my life's been going lately. And I'll get back to you after the clip, and we'll talk a little bit about this type of stuff. Oh, normally I try to stay positive, and I try to spread positivity in every way that I can, but check this out. This isn't the first time that this has happened, but we got the competition in my neighbor's yard doing tree work. What's going on here is my neighbors don't like me. The reason for that is I have a lot of equipment in my yard. I have, you know, trucks, and it's not all there because I don't have room for it all, but I do have equipment in my yard, and my neighbors don't like it. So they hired the competition. The funny thing is this particular neighbor, I mean, her fence shares my property line. I mean, she is my neighbor. It's not just my neighborhood. She's a nice lady. I don't really think she has anything against me. I think it's more or less the neighborhood has, you know, kind of a stamina against me, and she just kind of follows the trend. And this company is who everybody else uses, so she figured, you know, she would use them. But what really got me, and she's a sweet lady, and she's a sweet lady, and I know her daughter, and I don't want to say anything bad about her, but she asked me the other day if that company could park their lift in my yard and do the tree work, and I just said, I kind of got salty about it. I'm like, you know, that's what I do for a living, so I don't know, we'll see. And I didn't give a direct answer, and it's not in my yard, so there you go. Okay, so as you've seen there, literally my neighbor is having tree work done right next to me, and this happens quite often. I feel like at least once every other week there's a tree company in my neighborhood. I just live in a small cul-de-sac, and I don't get to work. I've kind of hit a standstill right now for work. We're doing little jobs, but there's nothing real significant going on. And to be honest with you, I try to spread nothing but positivity on this channel, and I didn't really want to bring anything negative to the channel, but I was kind of inspired to make a video today because it might be negative, but it's also reality. And I started this channel to help small business owners and to inspire them and to kind of show my struggles and successes and just everything that goes along with owning a company. And unfortunately, going through seasons of not being busy is one of those things, and that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. It sucks because the bills keep coming, and I'm just not really, I'm pretty much breaking even at this point. I'm not really coming out ahead. That will turn around. It's just a season. I know it is. I'm just broke right now, to put it quite simply for you. I believe that broke is temporary. Broke is a season, and you will come out of that. I believe that poor is a lifestyle. I'm not poor. I'm broke. My company's broke. I'm not broke. My wife obviously has a job, but I don't allow her to go to work to pay for my company's bills. Although she would if she had to. My company supports itself, and if it can't support itself, then it doesn't even need to exist. That's something that people need to understand as well. You got to take your personal finances and separate them from your business finances. And if you ever get to a point where your business can't pay for its own bills, then you really need to assess what you got going on, because that's a problem. I can pay my bills. It's just, I'd like to be a lot busier than what I am, and I don't. I'm kind of depressed about it, but winter's right around the corner, and I know that I got just loads and loads and loads of work lined up for snow plowing. I still have multiple years left in multiple contracts. I'm pretty well solidified in the area when it comes to snow plowing. I've been doing it for long enough now where I feel successful in the wintertime. But like I've said before, this is my first year where I've been like, I'm going to do trees in the summer and nothing but trees. So it just takes a while to market yourself and to get word of mouth out there. And, we'll get there. We will. But sometimes seasons are very hard to deal with, and swallow your pride and just be humble. I'm in this season, and I will come out of this stronger on the other side. It's just, I'm not trying to be negative, but it's reality. It's the way it is. If you're going to start a business, I don't care what you're doing, you're going to have busy times and you're going to have slow times. It's all in how you plan for that. And honestly, I didn't plan very good for it, because I was buying, equipment and stuff to make our life easier instead of building up a bank account, which I don't regret it, because, we needed things, and I bought them. So, I can't fault myself for getting what I need, but I also don't have a bank account right now to fall back on for when things get real hairy. So I need to do a little bit better planning, in that aspect of things, to have a few $1,000s in the bank, or whatever it might be that I decide I need to have shoved away for a rainy day fund in case we go through another slow time. I just want to put the reality out there. I don't even know if this is a lesson for me. Learn some of it, but some of it is it's just the way it is. It can't really be prevented. I mean, you can only market yourself so much and spend so much money on marketing. I've spent thousands of dollars on marketing, and honestly, a lot of it doesn't really work that well. I've paid hundreds of dollars to have Facebook posts boosted from my business page, and that doesn't really seem to work. I've paid hundreds of dollars for radio ads, and I've gotten nothing from that. I've spent quite a bit of money being in parades, and you give out stuff with your name on it and candy and stuff. I've got a little bit of work from that. I constantly have an ad in our local paper, which I get a pretty good amount of work from that. But the best marketing is word of mouth, and year one you're just not going to get that word of mouth and repeat customers down the line is where you stay busy, essentially. So I just need to be patient, and I need to know that it's going to get better, and just inspire you that yes, you will go through seasons, you will have hard times, you will have tribulations, you will think that right now I hate to say this, but there's times where I get so down that I feel like a failure. I know that I have success in the wintertime, but the wintertime isn't the summertime. You got to have success in both. And there's just a part of me that feels like I'm failing my family, I'm failing myself, I'm failing my employees. But in the big overall picture, it's out of my hands. I've done what I could at this point to market it. Now something has to give. It always does. The universe has a way of working itself out, and I just know that it will. So that doesn't mean that I'm going to sit back and just wait for good things to happen. I mean, I'm still very proactive, But things will turn around. I just have to stay positive, and I just wanted to share that with you today. It might bore you, it might inspire you, it might make you realize some things, and that's my goal here. It's just to give the whole small business experience to you guys, and without holding back, and I'm not ashamed of any of this. So if you want to make fun of me, go ahead. You're more than welcome to it. I'll block you. I don't care. You can do what you want, but you're gonna get blocked, because it takes a lot to sit here in front of a camera and to talk to an audience and admit where you went wrong and talk about your downfalls. It really does. It's humbling to even talk about it. So hopefully somebody gets something out of this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. We are growing here on YouTube. I love it. It feels amazing. I'd love to have you part of the North Country Nation. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Hopefully, within the next couple days, I have some topics that I'd like to talk about. As things get busier, I'll get back into some of the daily vlog type stuff, but for right now, I'm just kind of laying low. But I did want to check in and just kind of tell you guys what's going on, and I'm thinking about you. I just needed a minute for myself to kind of reevaluate. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna have my company. I'm still gonna have my YouTube channel. I still love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.